Hey there, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here, also known as Pajama Grandma, with day 779 of What's She Up To Now. I know, weird name, but I came up with it over a couple of years ago. Probably changed down the road, but all I do here is I document the journey from the offline brick and mortar world, corporate America, to the online world. And you know what? These days in particular, I'm feeling extremely grateful that I've been on this journey. Has the journey been like this? Yes, but it's a journey nonetheless that I'm really grateful and fortunate that I started a couple of years ago. Because as the world is blowing up around me, which it feels like it is to many people, and it is for many people, let's be honest, there are people, you know, in much more dire circumstances than I will ever find myself in. And there are people that are really struggling. So right off the bat, if I can help you in any way, hit me up, ask in the comments below. Again, I say this at the end of every video. If I don't know the answer, I will find you a resource. I will put you in touch with the person you need or the thing that you need next to keep you moving forward in your life, especially in this turbulent time. Talking about gumming up the works, I would say our world is in a huge gumming up the works position right now. That was the topic of the Supersize Your Business podcast. Not podcast, it's more of a lecture or a diatribe or a meeting that I do every morning. And I'm doing the same things that I've done every day, you know, with respect to this for the last 778 days. And I'm doing a 365-day challenge for fun. How can you do one fun thing every day? Why? Because my life was pretty boring and it wasn't super duper fun. And so I wanted to add more fun to my life. So every day I grab this little journal book. Now we have to see the top of my head. This little journal book, do one fun thing every day. Now, it's really funny because I didn't realize when I bought it, because I don't see very well, but once I got the magnifying glass out and somebody told me, boy, these seem weird, I realized that this book is written for ages 6 to 9. So if you're home with kids, you might want to pop in and listen to and do the fun challenge every day. And it's usually something easy, like today is, what is one thing you can do with enthusiasm? Share in the comments below one thing that you did or will do or can do with enthusiasm. As part of what's going on right now, my granddaughter and I are hanging out for at least the next, probably through April 6th for sure, but maybe beyond. Depends how things shake out. Every day, we're hanging out every day during the week, so her parents can go about their lives. And, you know, I'm here so I can do that. And I'm actually super excited about it. And so is she, because we can do all kinds of fun things and fun projects that we otherwise probably wouldn't have time for, or we wouldn't make time for. So over the weekend, we went up to the cabin last week for my birthday and she got to come with us. So we started Saturday brainstorming a list of what are some of the things that we can do to have fun and to keep busy and active. So I'm not tempted to plant her in front of Barbie or something on Netflix for hours on end, or I don't have her watching mindless YouTube videos forever. So we wanted to make sure that we're proactively coming up with ideas and things to do with respect to that. I would love to know if people want us to share that. Yesterday, for example, we made banana bread cakes because we wanted to do something different, so we made banana bread cakes from scratch. Plus we had bananas that were getting kind of mushy and brown, so it gave us something fun to do together that we, you know, have we made things before? Yes, but we probably wouldn't have done it yesterday if we didn't have the extra time together. So we've created this brainstorm list. I think we already had 20 things on it. We didn't work it on it yesterday because we started doing the things on the list. And one of the first things on the list is that we're organizing all of our stuff, the stuff we have for projects, the stuff we could use for projects and fun projects. Now, I'm lucky because she's a little girl and she loves to do crafty fun things. Now, I'm blind, so the crafty fun things, they end up pretty interesting because things that I used to be able to help my kids out with, I can't necessarily help her out with. We had a sewing kit thing that she wanted to do, and I finally had to send it home, which frustrated her dad too because he couldn't do it, so we're pawning it off on my sister to do with her. I think it's a unicorn pillow or a llama pillow or something, but it was beyond me and my ability to thread needles and stuff. I'm like, can't do it, sorry buddy, even with my massive light and magnifying glasses and trying to, you know, do it with the phone and the TV, through the TV, I can't do it, I couldn't do it. So there's some things that we can't do, but we're organizing our stuff so that we don't get bored over the next few weeks, so that we don't get frustrated with each other or upset, so that we can have the best possible experience. So I guess I'd love to know, is that something that people would like to know, that what we're doing and how it's going and what works and what doesn't? Because sometimes we do projects that are just ridiculous. I'm trying to think or look around and see if I have any of our projects. I always do, but most of them are upstairs and they're not by where I make my videos. So I could share some of those. That would be kind of fun too. I think we need to help each other out in terms of finding ways to make the next few weeks easier. Most people, at least in the states I'm in Wisconsin. Wisconsin's closing schools, I think effective tomorrow, last I heard. Although I pulled my granddaughter, she had gone with us last Thursday, so she hasn't been to school since last Thursday because she went to the cabin with us, my sisters and I. So I was like, why would we have her go back to school Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, you know, when I hate to admit it, but I am in that high risk category. I have to admit that I am in it. So I need to be more careful than a lot of people do. I just hit 60 last week, so age-wise, I'm in the higher risk category. Health-wise, you know, I dropped dead 10 years ago. I've had health challenges my entire life, and my immune system is definitely challenged in a lot of areas. So I'm not going out and about. I'm not going to go run around. I'm not going to go do the things that I would normally love to do, because we all need to be smart. Not only to protect ourselves, because it's not about me, it's about protecting other people. Heaven forbid should I go out because I really, really, really need my nails done. I'm telling you, and that sounds so ridiculous and so selfish, but it took me 40 years to grow fingernails, so I'm really selfish about them. I really need my nails done, but I have to figure out, what am I going to do when I'm not going to go out to a nail salon right now? As much as I'd like to, I will say, one of the things that always bothered me about the industry, and one of the good things that will inevitably come out of this situation, is that businesses and industries will change the practices that they had that were kind of iffy in the first place, right? One of the things that's always bothered me about nail salons is you go in and you get your nails done and you don't wash your hands before you get your nails done, right? I always go in with clean hands because that always bothered me, and sanitized hands. They never have you wash your hands before they start working on your nails. And to me, that is just one of those outages and sanitary outage things that can pass on germs and things. So, and then everybody goes and picks a color, right? This is just one industry. Everybody goes and picks a color. So how many people have touched the different nail polish colors that you don't know of? And they don't clean and sanitize those. So I think that there'll be changes in businesses and industries to make people feel better going forward. Changes that maybe should have happened previously, but haven't, because we get complacent. We don't think that we have to change or do things differently. So that'll gum up the works for a lot of people, and they'll see it as a negative. The people that see it as a negative will not survive. They will go out of business. People that see change like that as a positive will use it as a way to continue to serve people in better and better ways, which is what we always want to do anyway. So gum up the works with Supersize Your Business topic. The countdown to the live challenge workshop, which is happening Monday, March 23rd at noon Eastern. I'm still doing it. Like I said, I'll have a 4-year-old and a couple of dogs probably in the background, but so what? That's life, right? And hopefully I can minimize their interaction, and I will probably, I'm going to admit it right now, I will probably put my granddaughter in front of some show for the 20 minutes or half hour or 10 minutes or hour, whatever it takes to do each day's segment for that, to do each day's training. And I will do the longer segments on the weekend when she's with her parents. So I mean, I'm super excited about that still, because I am online. It is remote. I can do it from the comfort of my own home in my robe if I want. And I haven't decided. I would love, vote below whether I should do the live challenge workshop in my pajamas or I should dress professionally. I would love people's comments on that. So share in the comments below. And let me know what you think about that. And then I'll still do what I want. Let's be honest, I'll go with my gut. But I would love to know what people think. Do you do a training in your pajamas and in your robe or not? I already know the answer from my family. I can already hear my sister, no, take your robe off. Not take your robe off, but wear clothes is what they would say. Now, the truth is, 90% of the time when you see me in my bathrobe, I've got clothes on under it, right? The bathrobe is for a specific reason. we'll talk about that someday. Today's not the day to talk about that. So the countdown's number 6 today of the top 20 lessons that I have learned in my 47 years of business, including, a quarter century plus of corporate experience. The top 20 things that I've learned. I've been doing a countdown to the live challenge workshop of that. And today was all about now. Right now, this instant is the only time we can really affect or change or do anything that will create the results that we get in the future, right? Can't do anything about the past. We really don't have control, or our future is not guaranteed. Look what's going on right now. Obviously, stuff can happen outside of our control at any given time. All we can do is decide how we're going to react, how we're going to respond right now. And I'm going to invite you to respond as an example, as a role model, as a leader for yourself and those you love and care about. Now, this is really kind of controversial because a lot of people have gone out and behaved this way, and for whatever reason. It's generally out of fear or uncertainty, but a lot of people have gone out and wiped out the store shelves, right? Hoarded toilet paper, hoarded all kinds of stuff. And I guess in the past, I was a collector. I like to use the word collector instead of hoarder, but I recently moved and got rid of 90% of all the material things that I own. And in part of that move, I totally wiped out all of my pantry, my food stocks and sources and everything. But I just go then kind of like week to week and have what I need. So over the next few weeks, is it going to be a challenge to have like fruits and vegetables and things that I would normally really like to have in my life? Yes. But will I survive that? Sure. I'm not going to go out and hoard a bunch of stuff and grab a bunch of stuff because I don't have a scarcity and lack mentality anymore. I believe that the reason I kept so much stuff and had so much stuff was because I was still living on an unconscious level from lack and scarcity, and that there wasn't enough, and that I always had to have and save and keep this stuff in case I ever needed it. Talk about a silly false belief, right? But okay, I will admit I still do that a little bit with office supplies. I don't know why, but I love office supplies and books, office supplies, and teddy bears. And apparently ducks now, because I'm looking at four little duckies, probably because my granddaughter loves little ducks, and we were sorting things by what they are and getting everything organized. Another thing we're doing over the next few weeks is just organizing and getting things in order around our environment to make our environment more of how we want it to be. It's kind of a good time to do projects and things around the house. Now, not things that you have to run out and get a whole bunch of stuff for, but if you got paint in the basement and you've been wanting to touch up paint around your house, maybe you touch up some areas of paint, whatever. There's all kinds of creative things we can do. So now, the whole purpose of my diatribe and how I get off topic was we're talking about the importance of being in the present moment. I think I've mentioned this before, but I really think that one of the things people are going to struggle with is that they are going to be at home with their families, with their kids for an extended period of time. And for most of us, and me thinking back, I don't think I spent more than an hour or two a day with my kids alone when they were growing up, because once they got old enough, they were into their activities and doing things all the time. I was working full time and having a business on the side. My husband was working all the time, or full time, for most of our marriage, and me too. Sometimes I got laid off or he got laid off. It was kind of a fun and interesting game of life, right? Life is guaranteed to change. But for the most part, once the kids were old enough, they were doing things, swimming lessons, dance, paintball, softball, baseball, all the stuff that kids do, and then snowboarding, and then running all the time, running back and forth. And so we never were very often in a position, and it's a really cool position to be in. It's really a gift if you think of it as a gift, that you get to know your human beings, the people that you're closest to. And are there things we're going to love about them? Absolutely. Are there things we're going to hate and dislike about each other? Absolutely. Are we going to get on each other's nerves? Guaranteed. So get a plan right now. What are you going to do when you get mad at each other? Because you're going to inevitably get mad at each other. Do you think my 4-year-old granddaughter, who I adore with all my heart, and she adores me, we are each other's people, and I couldn't love her more, does she get mad at me? Yes, especially if I sing. And for some reason, the last few days, I have felt like singing. What is up with that? Anybody else experiencing that? But I never sing because I've got a gravel, gritty, rusty gate voice. And I have found that I've been singing over the last couple days. Weird, right? Anyway, that's it. I'm going to stop rambling now because I've got things to do, and the 4-year-old will be here any minute. But I just wanted to give you a little bit of hope and insight, and know that this too shall pass. Just like everything else, life ebbs and flows, right? We will get through this if we take care of ourselves and take care of each other, if we be the role model, if we be the example, if we ask ourselves every day, how can I help? How can I help you? Let me know in the comments below. How can I help other people? And if I approach it, I know if I approach it that way and other people do too, we'll all be fine. This too shall pass. You know, it just does, right? I mean, I've been through so much crap in the past that most people would never even have survived. I just look at this as one more thing. Anyway, have an absolutely fantastic St. Patrick's Day today. Have an absolutely fantastic St. Patrick's Day today. Put a couple of drops of green food coloring in your beer or wine today, and celebrate at home with those you love and care about, and by yourself, and don't go out and celebrate. I think pretty much everything's canceled anyway with respect to that. So you can commiserate and feel bad that it's canceled, or you can say, thank goodness that we're smart enough to get ahead of this and take care of us, right? And look at the positives in it. You know, we will all survive anything that's going to happen over the next few months. All right, have an awesome day. If I can help you in any way, ask me in the comments below, or direct message me, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom, Pajama Grandma with a Gramma. You know, I like to spell it my own way. I like to make up words too. So have a great day, and I will of course be with you tomorrow.